Now, you're announcing a bit where £1 billion of taxpayers' cash is going in subsidy, but you're taking away the £2 cap on bus fares for passengers. Do you admit, just it's logical, that's going to make it more expensive for people to get around?
Well, the £2 fare cap was due to finish on the 31st of December. That was the funding settlement I inherited and the budget settlement that was agreed by the previous government. So we stepped in to protect the cap at £3, which means that for rural routes in particular, where the bus fares could have leapt back up to £13 or £14 in some instances, we're keeping it at much lower at £3. But crucially, for fares in cities where previously the fare might have been even less than £2, we're setting it so that operators can't raise fares in more than in line with inflation. So we wouldn't expect all fares to rise to £3. That is a maximum amount. What's really important, though, about this settlement today is that we're improving reliability and frequency of services. You know, for lots of rural areas, they don't have a bus at all, or they don't have one that turns up before 9 a.m. or after 5 p.m. This unprecedented level of funding, particularly into rural areas, will vastly improve services, their reliability and frequency.
But protecting the cap, as you put it, means increasing fares for lots of people. And one of our viewers has been in touch. Kay Carter-Mead says her sister-in-law is a cleaner and a dinner lady. She has to take 3 buses to get to work. It's going to cost her, therefore, an extra £15 a week just to get to work. Where's she meant to find the money on?
Well, I think for people that rely on those kind of numbers of buses, they'd be unlikely to catch 3 single fares. I think it'd be much more economical to buy a kind of weekly card in lots of instances.
Okay, this is a real-life example.
Yeah.
One of our viewers says in their family, somebody's going to have to find an extra £15 a week, and that's money they don't have. So what are they meant to do?
Well, if we hadn't taken action, the fare cap would have been lifted entirely. So we've stepped in with £150 million to protect that level of fare.
Going up for people,
but they shouldn't go up. So depending on where this lady lives, it shouldn't go up to £3. If she's relying on bus services, particularly in urban areas, as I say, they shouldn't be allowed to increase more than inflation, so it shouldn't go up that much. But we are keeping fares at a level that will protect those services in rural areas and, crucially, improving the reliability and frequency. So it means more people can get the bus. It's not an option for too many people, and too many towns and villages are completely cut off from public transport.